CF Montreal 0-2 Orlando City. Player ratings as Mendez seals Lions playoff place. Orlando City booked their place in the MLS Cup playoffs with a 2-0 win at CF Montreal on Sunday evening. The Lions knew they just needed to avoid defeat heading into the match, but were pressed hard by a Montreal side requiring a win to leapfrog the visitors. Orlando were up to the task and sent the Canadian side packing with second-half strikes from Jegson Mendez and Daryl Dike. As a result, Oscar Pareja's men finished 6th in the East and face Nashville first in the playoffs. Montreal end the regular season 10th. Here's how both sets of players rated Sebastian Briza, GK, 6/10, a couple of important saves in the first half, and could do little to stop either goal. Zachary Brault-Gillard, RWB, 7/10, provided a good attacking outlet for Montreal, but was let down by poor movement from his teammates and the odd misguided delivery from himself. Kamil Miller, CB, 6/10, solid enough for most of the match. Far too wide for Dike's clincher, though Montreal were down to 10 men by then. Rudy Camacho, CB, 3/10 poor clearance in the lead-up to Mendez's winner and given a straight red for a nasty challenge on Dike in the second half. An afternoon to forget. Joel Waterman, CB, 6/10 solid performance. Brought off on 74 minutes as Montreal chased the game. Matthew Choinière, LWB, 7/10 like Brault-Gillard, looked dangerous going forward but didn't have enough to aim for in the box. Victor Wanyama, CM, 6/10 was very busy on both sides of the ball but tired as the game went on. One of a few Montreal players to allow Dike to run free for the second goal. Samuel Pete, CM, 6/10, screened the Montreal defense well and was safe on the ball. A little too safe, though, and was the obvious choice to be brought off in favor of an attacking player just after the hour mark. George Mihailovic, Cam, 6/10 looked busy early on but was unable to break down the Orlando defense. Still, Montreal's most threatening player on the night. Joaquin Torres, Cam, 5/10 missed a one-on-one chance that really could have sent this game and Montreal's playoff chances in a completely different direction. Sunusi Ibrahim, Saint, 5/10 was lively but missed a couple of huge opportunities. Sub-bet at halftime to get the exciting Romell Quioto onto the pitch. Romell Quioto, for Ibrahim, 45 mins, 5/10, injected some life into the Montreal attack but didn't manage a decisive touch. Ahmed Hamdi, for Samuel Pete, 60 mins, 5/10, unable to influence things during his 30 minutes on the pitch. Mustafa Kizza, for Matthew Choinière, 76 mins, 5/10 ineffective 15 minutes. Bjorn Mars Johnson, for Joel Waterman, 76 mins, 5/10 didn't change the game. Pedro Galiz, GK, 7/10 made a couple of big saves that provided Orlando with a platform to win. Ruin, RB, 6/10 was pinned back by Choinière. Stuck to his defensive task relatively well. Antonio Carlos, CB, 8/10 made more clearances than any other player on the pitch, 6, and was a constant brick wall in the way of Montreal attacks. Robin Jansen, CB, 7/10 solid defensively and hit the post with a low free kick in the first half. Always leaves everything on the pitch for Orlando. Emmanuel Maz, LB, 7/10 had a long night up against Brault-Gillard but did well with 5 tackles, 2 clearances, and an interception. Junior Urso, CM, 6/10 steady on the ball and added real bite to the Orlando midfield. Jegson Mendez, CM, 8/10 unbelievable strike to confirm Orlando's place in the playoffs. Was excellent on the ball, giving the Lions a real foothold in a challenging game. Mauricio Pereira, Cam, 8/10, Orlando's main creative outlet. Always looking to open up the Montreal defense with his smart passing and tricky dribbling. Sylvester van der Water, RM, 4/10 looked really awkward on the ball and failed to offer much at either end of the pitch. Hooked at halftime. Daryl Dike, Saint, 7/10, did what all strikers do best by finishing the game despite getting precious little service. Benji Michel, LW, 6/10 was lucky not to be punished for a robust challenge on Brault-Gillard in the second half. Put in hard yards as Orlando played on the break. Tesho Akindele, for Dike, 87 mins, NA gave Dike a rest at the end. Rodrigo Schlegel, for Pereira, 87 mins, NA no time to change the game, brought on to run down the clock. Oriol Rizal, for Mendez, 89 mins, NA again, running down the clock. Kyle Smith, for Ruin, 90 mins, NA late sub to close out the game.